My guest is already standing by via Zoom. Good afternoon, and how's it going today?
Good afternoon, Tulu.
Mr. Muktar Mohammed, how are you today?
Here in Abuja.
Joining you live from Abuja. Thank you so much for your time. The market is in negative this Friday. And how would you react to it? Let's look at the performance of it in the entire week.
Performance in the entire week has been mixed. Positive in some sense and mixed in some sense. Today is Valentine's Day. The market decided to go red. So maybe it's trying to celebrate Valentine's too because it's red. So definitely we are celebrating Valentine's. So the love did not come to the market this time, but the color, the negative color was in the market, which is red. But that aside, I think the market actually has not done badly this week. When you look at some of what has happened this week, there's not been any trigger yet. We need a trigger. The market is just oscillating between good entry point and good exit point for a lot of investors. The trigger will have to come in the earnings seasons.
All right, then we'll see if we can reconnect with Mr. Mohammed to get his submission around the market performance for today. Mr. Muktar Mohammed, are you there? Oh, wow. Now let's move outside our shores and tell you before we wrap up the show that global stocks rose today while the dollar wobbled as investors enjoyed a brief moment of respite after United States President Donald Trump's reciprocal tariffs were not immediately imposed, suggesting room for negotiations. European stocks pointed to a lower open after the Pan-European Stock 600 index and German DAX closed at a record high. Futures for Nasdaq and S&P 500 each higher. In Asia, the sport has been on rally in Chinese tech stocks, with the Hang Seng Tech Index hitting its highest level in 3 years, spurred by home growth startup DeepSeek's breakthrough. Hong Kong benchmark index rose over 2%, taking its weekly gains to 5%, its fifth week of gains. MSCI's broadest index of Asian Pacific shares outside of Japan was up 0.37%, over near the 2 months high. Japan's Nikkei fell 0.8%, but was on track to eke out gains of the week. Well, crude oil prices to snap 3 weeks losing streak amidst U.S. tariff delay as it rose, poised to end the 3 weeks of decline, buoyed by rising fuel demand and expectations that the U.S. plans for global reciprocal tariffs would not come into effect until April, giving more time to avoid a trade war. U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude rose to sell for $71.52 per barrel, with an upward price margin of 0.32%. Brent crude futures experienced an uptick of 0.44% to sell at $75.35 per barrel. Bonny Light sells for $78.62, with a downward margin of 2.84%. For the OPEC basket, crude oil dealers offer $77.88, with a price decline of 0.55%. Well, indeed, that's our show today, live from our Abuja studios. I'll see you on Monday. Well, we're back to Lagos then. But thank you on behalf of the entire production crew here in Abuja. Enjoy your Valentine's Day. Stay safe and always make the cash. I'll see ya.